Stampers. This is Marie Bennett with blackberriesandcream.net. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm going to show you some techniques that you can use to create this card. Okay, I've already scored my card base, so I'm going to get my bone folder and give that a good crease. And then I need to stamp with the mint color the leafy ivy design along the inside of the card. And I want to stamp off first because I just want a faint image right on the edge of the paper. Okay. With my Stampin' Trimmer, I'm going to cut off a quarter inch of the top outside layer of the card. And you can see that a little bit of the stamped image shows through, kind of peeks out the edge. And later, when we trim away the outside edge of the pattern that we're going to stamp on there, then we'll have an even wider gap. Okay, now I'm going to stamp using the Versamark ink. Get my stamp good and sticky with it, and I'm going to stamp along the edge with the Versamark. And then I'm going to use the honeycomb design and stamp up this somewhere up there. No real right or wrong way to do a greeting card, just whatever you think looks good. Make my honeycomb. Alright, now the next thing I need to do is put some clear embossing powder on this card. Do them both at once, and then that way you only have to make the embossing mess once. I like this little tray because I can tap it, knock it off. There we go. Now I'm going to go over to my heat gun and I'm going to heat emboss the card. You can tell when your embossing is done because the pattern with the Versamark and the clear embossing powder, the pattern shows up making the paper look as though it were wet. It's shiny like water. So you need your smoky slate ink, and I'm going to make the tag using smoky slate. And that honeycomb stamp. Alright, so I don't even know, the light is so bad down here. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Trimmer, and I'm going to trim right along the edge so that my tag, when I'm finished, will be 1.5 inches wide by 2.5 inches long. Alright, so it turns out the tag is not 1.5 inches wide, it's 1 1/8 inches. And so now that it's stamped, I'm going to put it in this ornate topper tag punch, whatever it's called. I'm sorry. I should have looked before I did the video. Alright, so I'm going to center it in there and give it a punch, and now I'm going to trim it at the bottom of the honeycomb. Okay, and the dimensions for the tag now are 1 1/8 inches by 2 1/8 inches. Alright, now I'm going to ink up this butterfly, and you could ink it up with your Watermelon Wonder stamp pad, or you can just use this marker. It's such a small little butterfly. It works well either way. And I'm going to stamp a butterfly on the honeycomb on the front of the card as kind of to give a little color and kind of a shadow behind the vellum butterfly. Before I finish up or move on to the next step with the card, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this tag. And I forgot that I had used a stamp from another set called A Dozen Thoughts, and my tag on this card says hello, so I use this hello greeting to stamp on there with Watermelon Wonder. So I'm just going to take my Watermelon Wonder marker, and this also is a very small stamp, so I might as well just use the pen I've got handy. I'm just going to stamp hello kind of here off to the right and toward the bottom. So I need 3 of these, and then I'm going to put a pearl in the middle of each one. I'll be right back. Okay, so you can see that I've kind of curled up the petals of these little flowers and put pearls in the center and arrange them on the tag. And one more thing I'm going to give a try. Stampin' Up! Has come out this year with some really pretty thread. There's a gold thread and a silver thread. And I'm using the gold thread with the vellum butterfly, so I thought maybe it would look cute on this greeting tag too. So I'm just going to stick it under there. They're held on with glue dots, and then I'm just going to kind of curl some around and see what happens. Maybe if I pull it under here, give it a little loop. And just kind of drag it into the glue or glue dot. I don't know if you can see that. It is kind of cute. Now I'm going to trim the, maybe not, maybe I'll just, yeah, I'll just leave it. That's kind of cute just the way it is. Then I can trim it off when I get it on the front of the card if I need to. Okay, so the last thing to do to finish this tag is to put the ribbon in the hole, and the hole was punched by the tag topper punch. So I have a piece of ribbon that's about 6 inches long, and this lace ribbon is I think it's maybe 1/2 inch wide, I'm not sure. So you have to fold it in half to get it through. So I have folded the ribbon in half lengthwise and then folded it in half again and fed it through the front of the tag. Now I'm going to feed the loose ends through the loop and just pull it. Oh my gosh. Maybe pull it. There we go. Okay. Pull it, and then I'm going to get my sharp scissors and trim it the length I want, but I'm going to wait till the card is done so I can see how long I want this ribbon in proportion to where the butterfly is. Okay, so the tag is done. Oh, and on the back I have put 3 dimensionals. Okay, back to the card. Now this card has this floral design here, and we're going to color the flowers Watermelon Wonder coloring within that embossed area. But at the bottom of the flower is a bud area thing there. I'm going to leave that, I'm going to color that green. And then these two little balls that are sticking up here, I'm going to color them Watermelon Wonder. Alright, so I have finished the Watercolor Wonder, and as you can see, there are 4 blossoms. Each one has 2 little buds beside it, and that is what I colored the Watercolor Wonder. Next I'll be doing the mint color, and I'll be right back. Okay, that was quick, huh? Really, it only takes about maybe 3 minutes tops to color this pattern in. Alright, we're nearly finished with this card. And the next thing we need to do is take our sharp paper snips, and we're going to just cut along the edge of this pattern, leaving, I like to leave just a little tiny border. I don't cut right up against the embossing. Okay, so I'm not going to make you watch me cut. I'll be right back. Alright, so the border is cut, and the next thing we're going to do is put a vellum butterfly. That's my dog, Gracie, a little Yorkie in the background, telling me that I should be paying attention to her and not this, but she'll have to wait. Here's the butterfly that I have ready, and as you can see, I've put 2 pearls down the center, and then I've wound some of that gold, sorry, I'm off again. I've wound some of that gold thread around in loops and just stuck it into the glue dot on the back of the butterfly. So now he's ready to go right on my card, and I'm going to place him over the top of this image that I stamped. I just want a little color peeking through the vellum and showing up behind the butterfly. Alright, so the tag is going to go here. Maybe I'll just go ahead and put that on, and then I'll trim the ribbon. Alright, so I think I want this one. Should have trimmed it before I put it on. Live and learn. Alright, so there I've got it. My card is done. And I think I don't like this little string hanging down, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. Shorter. There we go. Well, I hope you'll give this card a try. It's really cute. And for all of your stamping supplies, go to my my website at blackberriesandcream.net, or click on the link in the description of this video, and that will take you right to my Stampin' Up store. Well, happy stampin', and thanks for watching. Bye.